Answer me this. What is it about Phase Sixers, Why this tedious tendency to rebel? Take Black Shadow. He was an extraordinary Decepticon, he was. And picked by Megatron to sterilize planets ahead of the cyberforming process. He was all but guaranteed a seat on the Conclave. Until, that is, he accepted 500 million Shanix from the Autobots in exchange for blowing up a fleet of Decepticon warworlds. At least now he's...
Tarn? I think he's still alive.
You know what, Helix? I do believe you're right. When he stopped sobbing and begging for his life, I assumed that was that. Kaon, give him one last jolt and release him. That, Voss, is the saddest sound of all. The sound of a transformation cog grinding to a halt. But don't worry, I'll play some music to take his mind off the paralysis. Voss is something of a linguistic purist. He only speaks the primal vernacular, what you Philistines call Old Cybertronian. I've been trying to teach him a few phrases in Neo-Cybex, but he's only managed a few words so far.
Just get it over with.
I don't think you quite appreciate how this works. Our job is to hunt down any Decepticons who, by their action or inactions, have frustrated the realization of Megatron's goals, and introduce them to a world of unremitting pain. Now, given that you were only partially melted by Helix, and only partially crushed by Tesserus, I'd have thought that was obvious. But take to heart, if word of your preposterously gruesome demise reaches just one hesitant Decepticon and terrifies him into staying the course, then all the pain you've suffered would have been worth it.
But the war's over.
But the war's what? The war's over? Oh, Black Shadow. That's sweet, but the war won't be over until Megatron says so. And he'll say nothing until he presides over a society so peaceful that the very notion of conflict is literally inconceivable. As he writes in Towards Peace, my weapon is my burden, a reminder of the path I was forced to take. When the word weapon is emptied of meaning, when the purpose of a weapon is impossible to grasp, when the rejection of my burden is of significance to no one other than myself, only then shall I remove it from my arm. Because only then will I have earned the right to rid myself of my burden. I could go on, but listen. Have you not noticed? I've stopped the music. Is that significant? Why, yes. Yes, it is. You're thinking, I've seen what the other four can do, but their leader, with his fine music and his literary quotations and his double fusion cannon, what makes him so special? Here's the thing. They say I can talk people to death. Weaponized conversation, they say. I don't know, I say. Sounds a bit pretentious. Maybe so, they say. But you can modulate the timbre of your voice so that it falls into step with the pulse of the listener's spark. Well, I say, there is that. And then, by gradually lowering your voice, they say you can coax the spark into giving up. That's what they say. What do you say?
I'm so sorry.
Stand back, everyone. Phase Sixers have a tendency to go...
Bored now. Who's next on the list?
That's all very well, Voss, but we've got to find him first. Helix, keep scanning for his energy signature. In the meantime, our next target can be found on Clemency in the Coal System.
What
did he do? He lived, Voss. He lived.